Hello all, welcome back again. So in the last video we have discussed the concept, meaning, definition, importance and limitations of responsibility accounting. In this session we are going to discuss different responsibility centers. The important aspect of this chapter: responsibility center is a group of activities or area or transactions controlled by a person or a head of the division. So as I have discussed previously, under responsibility account, the whole organization is divided into certain groups. So each group is called a responsibility center. For efficient control and better performance, the whole organization is divided into different departments and divisions. Each department or division is considered as a separate responsibility center. Each departmental head or divisional head is assigned certain activities and held responsible for the execution and performance of the same. So, the organization can be divided into the following main responsibility centers. There are 4 responsibility centers logically: cost center, revenue center, profit center and investment center. By the name itself you can memorize its meaning. So let us get started with the first one, cost center, which is also called an expenditure center. So the head over here, the head is responsible only for the cost incurred as an input and not for the income and revenue. કોસ્ટ સેન્ટરના ડિપાર્ટમેન્ટલ હેડે શું નક્કી કરવાનું છે કે એના જે કોઈ બી અંડરમાં જે ઓર્ગેનાઇઝેશન છે એની અંડરમાં જે કોઈ બી એક્ટિવિટીઝ છે એની કોસ્ટ કોન્શિયસનેસ જ કમ્પેર કરવાની છે, એની કોસ્ટ કોન્શિયસનેસ જ કંટ્રોલ કરવાની છે. હી ઇઝ નોટ એટ ઓલ કન્સર્ન્ડ અબાઉટ ધ પ્રોફિટ ઓર રેવન્યુ વોટ ધ કંપની ઇઝ ગેટિંગ. હી ઇઝ જસ્ટ કન્સર્ન્ડ વિથ ધ maintaining the cost or lowering down the same, or he needs to work on the cost of the particular department only. So he is authorized for the cost or input using the material, labor, equipment or use of machine, but he is not responsible for the output or income. He is just responsible for the cost incurred in a business. So finally, the cost center is not appropriate tool or measuring the efficiency for all the units, as it ignores the input element. It is not at all possible કે તમે ખાલી cost consider કરો. It may so happen that I am concentrating on the cost, or in order to reduce my cost, it may happen that my profitability is also getting affected. It also may happen that my revenues are going down. So you cannot concentrate only on the cost. So comparatively, this center is not an appropriate tool for the control. So the next one, second, revenue center or income center. This is a center where the output is measured in terms of money, are called revenue center. Here income has to be considered very well. Here income is at the center point. The head of the department has to pay attention on the revenue part of the organization or revenue part of the unit or center. Here only output is measured as a tool of efficiency and not the cost or profit. તો પહેલામાં શું હતું, cost ઉપર concentration હતું, so that was a cost center. Over here the concentration is on revenue, so this is revenue center. The sales department and the marketing division is a good example of revenue center. Okay, so cost center માં ખાલી concentration છે or concentration છે cost ઉપર. રેવન્યુ સેન્ટરમાં કોન્સન્ટ્રેશન છે રેવન્યુ સેન્ટર ઉપર. You can read the detailed working notes or detailed notes from page number 511 of your textbook. Third, profit center. How can we get profit? By deducting cost from revenue. Alright, so here at profit center, the departmental head is responsible for 3 of them: cost, revenue as well as profit. He needs to control 3 of them. He needs to have a look at 3 of them. So when the divisional manager is held responsible for expenses, that is input, and revenue, that is output, both, it is called profit center. He is authorized to take the decisions about expenses and income of the center regarding the production policy, price of the product and marketing program. Due to its wide scope, profit center is widely accepted in the responsibility accounting in comparison of cost and profit center, because here the concentration is bifurcated among cost as well as revenue. So exact result can be known and exact profit can also be known of the various activity. So it can be acting like a separate independent unit, while all the expense and incomes are compared with the help of statements or certain graphics or certain mathematical calculation. So here the profit is a base for the evaluation of performance of the divisional manager. So here the manager takes the decision about the input and the output both. So the profit can be known. And the last one, investment center. Under this, the head is responsible for cost, expense, profit and even asset. Cost, expense, profit and asset. चार ऊपर concentration है. So he is responsible for looking after all those 4 elements. So therefore this center is called investment center. Along with all the functions of cost, revenue and profit, the head has to decide about the keeping of stock, means how much of amount to be invested as stock, and credit policy of the business, etc. The performance or the efficiency is measured by adopting the rate of return on investment. You need to calculate the percentage of rate of return on investment, and the profitability or the performance of the investment center is to be measured, right? So here again, as it includes cost, expenses, profit and asset, so here the scope is wide for investment center. Okay, so generally this investment center are used by the large companies having the subsidiary companies, because here the subsidiary company is treated as the investment center, where the head is made responsible for the cost, revenue and investment of this subsidiary company, and his performance is measured by measuring the rate of return on investment of the same. Alright, so this is your investment center. So here that is the completion of this unit. Alright, you can refer the detailed note from your textbook from page number 506 to 525. The practical illustrations are also given in the textbook, so you also can have a look at the same, where we can get the variances between the budgeted and actual amount. The calculations are not asked in the exams. In exams only theoretical questions will be there. Alright, so read the same accordingly. So here we have completed the syllabus as per the syllabus prescribed by the university. You all have the complete notes and all the videos related with the all units. Okay, so firstly we have discussed our first unit, that is nature and scope of management accounting. Then we have started with the marginal costing, then decision making, cash budget, flexible budget, budgetary control we have discussed. We have just completed standard costing, material, labor and cash flow statement. So logically this is the last unit of your syllabus. So just go through all these working notes and all the classwork examples that we did. How to start with the preparation? You can refer the conceptual sessions of the individual chapter from either YouTube or from the textbook itself. You can calculate the classwork example first, then most importantly, don't forget to learn illustrations of all the exams, illustration of all the chapters. It is nicely given in your textbook along with the years in which they were asked, right? So don't forget to go through the illustrations of all chapters. All of them are equally important. I'll be forwarding the latest examination paper to you further, so you also can have a look from the same. Alright, in case of any queries or any doubt, you can contact me during college timing. So wish you all the very best, students, for your exams and its preparation. So do your best and start preparing from today itself. Thank you all.